Do you know there is a tiny protein in your blood that literally keeps you alive? So in this video, we're going to be breaking down what hemoglobin is all about and why it matters. So what is this hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is a chromoprotein that is responsible for the color of the red blood cell. So when I say chromoprotein, I mean a protein that is attached to it a pigment non-protein part. A pigmented non-protein part attached to a protein is known as a chromoprotein, which is the hem part. Don't worry, I'm coming to that. The normal content of this hemoglobin in the body should be around 14 to 16 grams per deciliter, and it varies depending on your sex and age. It is high in infants. It is high after birth. Immediately after birth, it is high in infants than in adults, and it is higher in males than in females. So talking about functions of this hemoglobin, hemoglobin performs two important functions, which are transport of respiratory gases and buffer action. So under transport of respiratory gases, hemoglobin binds with oxygen to form oxyhemoglobin in a process called oxygenation, and this compound is unstable and highly reversible. So oxygen is readily, like this oxyhemoglobin is readily broken down whenever oxygen is needed in the body, so as to carbon dioxide. Like hemoglobin binds with carbon dioxide to form carb hemoglobin, and it's also unstable and reversible. It can easily be broken down. Then under the buffer action of hemoglobin, hemoglobin helps in the regulation of acid-base balance. We all need to know that hemoglobin is a conjugate protein. That is, it is made up of a protein part known as the globin and the non-protein part, or the iron-containing pigment part, which is known as the heme. Types of a normal hemoglobin. There are two types of hemoglobin, which are the fetal hemoglobin and the adult hemoglobin. So the replacement of this fetal hemoglobin with adult hemoglobin begins immediately after birth, and it has to be complete about 10 to 12 weeks after birth. It should be complete. Now there are differences, both structural and functional difference, between the fetal hemoglobin and the adult hemoglobin. The structural difference is that the fetal hemoglobin contains 2 alpha chains and 2 gamma chains, while the adult hemoglobin contains 2 alpha chains and 2 beta chains. While the functional difference is the fetal hemoglobin has more affinity for oxygen. When I say affinity, I mean that it has more likeliness, it has more tendency to bind with oxygen than the adult hemoglobin, which have less affinity for oxygen. So we are going to be talking about the fate of hemoglobin. That is what will become of this hemoglobin whenever it is being broken down. We all know that red blood cells live for only 120 days. After 120 days, it is being broken down. It is being degraded in the reticuloendothelial system. This reticuloendothelial system is a network of cells or even tissues that does the work of phagocytosis, which is the destroying of old cells or even pathogens or foreign bodies. And example of this reticuloendothelial system is the spleen. So when the red blood cell is being degraded in the spleen, the hemoglobin is also degraded to give the heme and globin, which is transported to the blood. Now this globin is resynthesized, is utilized so that it can be resynthesized in the body, while the heme part is further broken down into the iron and porphyrin. So this iron part is stored in the body in form of ferritin and hemosiderin so that it can be resynthesized as well. But this porphyrin part is converted to what we call biliverdin, which is later converted to bilirubin before it is now excreted via feces or urine. This is what becomes of the hemoglobin whenever it is being broken down. So in conclusion, we all have to know that hemoglobin is not only the red pigment in the blood. It plays a very crucial role in the blood and in the body. So I hope you guys understood something in this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow, like, comment and share, and also stay tuned for more simplified content, medical contents like this. Thank you and God bless you.